operations that are performed on arrays. The way lesson 6, part 3. After creating an array, there were some operations we were performing on the array that has been created. The first operation that performing was array, so a traverse operation. Traverse operation. The second operation is add operation. The third operation is update operation. Update operation. Then the fourth one is delete operation. After creating an array, these are the operations performing array. So we have the traverse operation, we have the add operation, we have update operation, and then we have the delete operation. These four operations are one after the other. They should be the operation be a. The operation we can have a traverse operation. So is it traversing an array? The case of traversing an array require a tracing. To traverse an array means to go through each of the array elements one after the other. It is here picking the array element one after the other is what is known as traversing that array. It is a far array now. We know that the array has members. Therefore, each member one after the other from the array is what is known as traversing an array. And then I can say to traverse an array means to go through each element one by one. So traversing operation in computer program is performed using for loop and a performing traverse operation. It means something you see while loop and the performing traverse operation. The for loop to me go through the element of an array one after the other. So you person pick the element one after the other, then we display the element, and as you do we can use the for loop to perform such operation. It means so you see while loop to perform the operation. And last method from JavaScript for each function and also for each method. It means you see for loop, it means you see while loop. Essentially, it means you see for each what method and as a function, every traverse an array, and I say to go through the members of an array one after the other. Traverse operation when you to me performing and so every manipulating the element in the array. The case manipulating the element your part say you need to cross the element. You need to traverse an array. I should say we are array equal this particular member. Now say equal some member now. Either say you need delete some member no, and I say your best is the value of that particular word member. So it can also be done to manipulate the element in the array. Then the second operation is adding an element to an array. So adding element to an array, set the member for a array element in a and then a friend adding an element to an array. New member, you perceive the existing array home. That is what is termed as what? Adding an element to the array. Adding an element to an array is also termed as insertion of elements. Adding element to an array is also termed as insertion of element. Say you insert element into an array no. It makes me insert that particular element at the end of the array. It say the element fufu eka array no. It mean say oh this particular element I will say echo the end of the array. And I see which mean any set element at a specific index. The share index our lesson 6 in. Do you know what an index is? No person will share lesson 6 part 1. No share lesson 6 part 2. And as you bet me the element way at the beginning of the array. The 3 positions are you bet me any set element in an array. 1 at the end of the array. And as at a specific index and at the end of the array. And as you bet me insert the element or the new element at the beginning of the array. Here should be a friend of statically typed languages and dynamically typed languages. With dynamically typed languages, they come with some methods, and as they come with some functions that we use to perform these operations. And they say you add the element to the end. Say you add the element at a specific index, and as you add the element at the beginning. Dynamically typed languages, they come with some special methods where you need to use they are performing these operations. Say you add the element at the end, you add the element at specific index, and as you add the element at the beginning. The ancient Python programming language. Area you did Juma so far. Items but equal square bracket knock banana orange gari milo. This is the area you did Juma so far in this particular lesson. It's a Python programming language. Never say you add the element at the end to this particular array. So you insert a new element into this array at the end. Python a special method where a friend dot append. The dot append method you bet me you see the new element, and as a which you see the insert new element at the end of the array. Until you form number items but dot append. Then bracket open, then element append and also atwaso. Then we close it with the close bracket. This is you see dot append method. I say a special method or Python programming language. We able to insert new element at the end of the array. The remember items but knock banana orange gari milo. Then the new element ya appendeno and also akotwaso. At specific index. So you person you insert new element at any index there. Python essentially a special method that you find dot insert. The items but that is the array name dot insert. Now index and as a position a person you insert value and as a element abba. Then element kwa your person and as a value your person insert so I atwaso. The show you insert egg position 1. The at the end of the day you will items but knock. Then because you insert to position 1 into the Bible take the position of what? Of 1. So knock egg banana orange gari milo and a sardine and so I then atwaso. Let's check JavaScript programming language muso. Let items but equal knock banana orange Gary, Milo. And at the end, JavaScript is so with a special method where friend dot push and also performing the same function as dot appender who Python programming language. The items bot equal milk, banana, orange, Gary, Milo. Then Sabina use dot push method at the insert at the end of the array and also at waso. Then at specific index. JavaScript is also a special method where from dot splice. If it means you see dot splice method we remove element from the array and I say that they add new element to the array. The items bot the splice. And then first number na yehuno. Baby I person you insert the new element. Then 0 no actually say don't remove any element. Then we will have value your person you insert no so there at waso. Dot splice method no at least take the argument. One actually the index a person you inserting new element. 0 no actually say then delete any of the elements. Then new value na a person you inserting. So at the end of the day, no, you have the items bot milk, egg, banana, orange, Gary, Milo, then sardine. Then at the beginning, say you insert element at the beginning. So JavaScript method be a dot on shift. So items bot dot on shift. Then value a person insert at the beginning. So at the end of the day, since you insert at the beginning, the value now you insert no, ever take the first word position a index 0. So items bot equals butter, milk, egg, banana, orange, Gary, Milo, and then sardine. It is a you are adding new element to an area. The size of the array also increases. The size of an array will lesson 6 part 1. So you are adding new element to an area. The size of the array automatically increases. That is under dynamically typed languages. Statically typed languages. Our statically typed languages mono. Normal arrays and arrays are usually AUC square bracket, they have a fixed size. Normal arrays have a fixed size once they are created. Want me add the elements and I say want me remove element from normal arrays and the statically typed languages. This is also performing this operation. And then you say a person add the elements and the statically typed languages. You're creating new array. Now I copy the members of the old array into this new array. Now the new element and a person they count already. Akahu. The second we show anyway first so add the new elements to arrays and the statically typed languages. Statically typed language also have a where they declare dynamic arrays. There were quite a while first to declare dynamic arrays and also a behavior is a dynamically typed languages arrays. And you measure how to declare such arrays, when we are looking at each of the languages as a course. The adding element, you will need to create a new array at a larger size and then copy the existing element into it under statically typed languages when you are dealing with normal arrays. Now removing elements, similar to adding, you will need to create a new area with a smaller size and copy over the element you want to keep, leaving the ones you don't want. Updating an array element. To update an array element, actually say usisa an existing element with new one. With the new element, I can replace the old element. That is what is meant by updating an array element. So to update an array element simply refers to changing an existing element with new one. If you say updating the array element, the size of the array doesn't change. Only the elements are changed. If you say yes, it's an existing element with new element, affecting the size of the array. So the size of the array will remain the same, but only the members are changed. And the addition of elements, you will say you're adding new element to an existing array, the size of the array increases. But when we update an array, the size of that array it is a size of the array 5 say update element na still size 5. The let me update an existing element using the index. The syntax yedidi juma. Array name ebeba. Then square bracket. And the index of element you want to change. Index of element you want to change. Then you close it with the what? With the closing square bracket. Equal new value. In the syntax I use anyway. Array name will come. Then the index of the element then equal to new value. This is the syntax used in most languages to update array element. The syntax is like a general syntax you use it in most of the programming languages. I will update array element. Array name, index of element you want to change, equal new value. Under Python programming language, you see the same syntax. Under JavaScript programming language, you see the same syntax. C++, and so you see the same syntax. And Java, and the agricultural account and so you see the same syntax. Array name, square bracket open, index of element you want to change, square bracket closed, equal new value. Then items bought. We have milk, banana, orange, gari, then Milo. It means the value of milk means position 0. The items bought, then the position of element that is milk equal indomie. There is some milk and they are called indomie. The new array number the items bought, milk taken away replaced by indomie, then banana, orange, gari, and then Milo. Deleting an array element. In statically typed languages, it's similar to adding. So we delete it, so you need to create a new array with a smaller size. Now if what copy elements will keep into this new array with a smaller size. But with dynamically typed language, there are methods, and as well special methods that are provided by the language to delete elements or even the entire array. With dynamically typed language, you will find delete the element that we don't want from the array. To Python, you see the remove. Essentially, you see the del, delete element in an array. JavaScript, you see the pop, and as a splice method that you didn't get. delete what? Element from an array. Assignment. Question 1. Mention the discussed 4 operations that we can perform on arrays. Question 2. What do we use to perform traverse operation? Question 3. Which Python method is used to add new elements at the end of an array or list? To update an array element means. Then the last question. Dynamically typed languages normally comes with special methods that are used to perform delete operations on arrays. True or false? Kindly put all your answers at the comment section. But for answers in the comment section or MI na afi so one ti bibia ase nso a ubetumi atwere ato comment section or MI na ebeje bre na ya chekire ne nyina mu ede amount. Support the channel to grow. Kindly subscribe, like and share the video with others to also benefit. The above lesson 6 about a no. Lesson 7.